What's up guys, Donut here, and I have some gameplay on Plaza with the StraightUpKnives. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm going to be talking about a machine called Lagbuster. I'll of course put some links in the description so you guys can check it out for yourself, but it's a cool little machine and let me explain it. You hook it up to your router and modem and it removes lag. It doesn't just magically remove lag so that you just have faster internet. In an earlier commentary, I said it actually got rid of lag compensation, like in the Call of Duty games, how they've been putting in lag compensation in the recent games, but I'm pretty sure it actually doesn't do that, because I read an article about it, on it today, and my feelings on it have changed, and I actually think it's better than what I thought that it was. But it's still not really good for people with fast internet, and people who just complain about lag compensation, it won't really help you. People who don't want to upgrade their internet and who have a lot of downloads going on, or maybe a lot of uploads, you could actually play your online games without lag. It's like a quality of service setting on a router, which makes it so a certain thing has higher priority over everything else. And that certain thing with the Lagbuster is online games. An easy way to explain lag, or at least for me, is to think of a funnel. It has a wide mouth or opening, I guess, for input and a narrow stem for output. You can, of course, increase the stem for output and input, I guess. It might be possible to have a bigger output stem than the input map. On most internets, I'm pretty sure the input is going to be faster than the output, but yeah, okay, so imagine water as the data, or data, whichever way you say it. So you pour the data into, and if you pour it in a little steady stream so that the water is coming out, you pour in the water slower than it's coming out at the bottom, or just so there's a steady stream, and so whenever you pour, that it doesn't just build up. But if you pour it a little bit faster and it starts to build up, that is, it's a demonstration of kind of what lag is. And that's the best way that I can describe it, or just put a picture in your mind of how lag works. And yeah, and there's just a lot of data that goes into a network. Even when you're not on it, there's data still going into the network. Yeah, no matter what you do, even if you say that you don't run a lot of programs, it still has a little bit, at least some data on it. I actually don't think that I'm gonna buy a Lagbuster, just because I don't really lag a lot, except for when I upload a video to YouTube. That's funny, right? I'm on YouTube. Never mind. It's the only time that I really lag, and it would only be useful at those times. So I guess the people who often have other people downloading or uploading stuff could possibly benefit from the Lagbuster if they lag on online games, but keep in mind that it'll also slow down the download or upload of the files, because you're just setting yours first and making so that you get all the bandwidth that you need for your game. It measures the bandwidth and gives you how much bandwidth you need for your game, and it makes so that everything else gets all the other bandwidth, which can be a bit greedy at times, in my opinion. If you had a roommate and did that to him, well, I'd be pretty mad if I was the roommate, but that's pretty much all I wanted to say, except I'm gonna have a new series coming out called Noob Tactics, and I talked about it in my last commentary, but it'll basically be just, I don't know, noob tips, and yeah, some got, well, they're not really strategies that people like. Well, at least some of them won't be. I'm gonna put in like some legitimate strategies, but the first one I'm gonna put in is people frown upon it, but I use it anyways. People use it anyways, and it's just gonna happen. So if you don't want to use it, then at least you'll be alerted if you've never seen it before. Yeah, so see you guys later. Peace.
Never a doubt. Good job.